Welcome to Learning Videos. In the last couple of weeks, we examined cases of fever. Fever, as we know, is a very common problem we encounter in day-to-day practice. Most often, it is due to infection, either viral or bacterial. How do we approach to the cases of fever in homeopathic practice? Relevant history is important along with a quick clinical examination to arrive at a diagnosis. As we know, the diagnosis in the first 2-3 days is a very difficult proposition. Also, the indication for the remedies are very scanty. Then how do we resolve this issue? Because neither the diagnosis is available nor the indications for the remedies are very clear cut. What we can do is we can select a group of remedies which come very often in the cases of fever. Now these remedies, I will tell you the group of remedies. Pulsatilla, Bryonia, Gelsemium is one group. Next is Arsenicum album, Rustox, Heparsol. This grouping is, of course, is not a well-tight compartment. This grouping I am making only from the standpoint of the similarities of the remedies which we see. The third group is, of course, it comes occasionally, Eupatorium perfoliatum, Sepia, and sometimes Nux vomica. In children, we have to also remember remedies like Senna and, of course, do not forget Chamomilla. We do find that after 2-3 days, the fever doesn't come down, the response is not, as we expect. It is possible that we may get indications for the remedies like sulfur or lycopodium. Tuberculinum, don't forget tuberculinum. It comes very often, especially in the viral fever. If the fever is not coming down, you can intercurrent remedy tuberculinum is the most often indicated. At the end of the fever, it may happen that the patient has not recovered fully well. There may be loss of appetite, there may be weakness. In that case, don't forget Carbovage. It is a good practice to give a constitutional remedy, especially in cases of children, to prevent recurrence. Now, few comments I would like to make on the cases presented. You must have observed that in certain cases, after 2-3 days, the attention was paid to the diagnosis and then the whole picture changed. For example, in the case of tonsillitis, you must have observed once the physician diagnosed tonsillitis, he looked at it carefully and gave lycopodium. Another point to remember is interpretation of the symptom. For example, the case of Rustox. The physician has given the reason that amelioration when he was, rather aggravation he was resting. That means during the sleep, the fever used to come. Now, you see, this particular symptom can be interpreted in both ways. One, of course, is the aggravation during rest, and another is the fact that the fever occurs only during the sleep. Now, it is a judgment to be exercised how exactly the symptom is to be interpreted. The physician interpreted it as aggravation during rest and gave Rustox. The point is, interpretation of the symptom requires a good deal of judgment which comes after when you practice more and more. Now, one more thing to remember in cases of fever, clinical judgment is very important, along with we have to be conversant with the repertory as well as Matra Medica. Don't forget to use Boger-Gunninghausen characteristic and repertory in cases of fever, along with, of course, standard Kaynes repertory. In the next week, but before that, I would like to tell you that Okay, these cases of fever were routine cases. In subsequent session, not in the next week, but probably after some time, we are going to present cases of fever which may be of a different dimension and which require a different set of remedies. For example, urinary tract infection, respiratory infection, and so on. In the next week, we'll try to concentrate on the cases of diarrhea, again a very common problem we come across in practice. This is Dr. Apte from Association for Research in Homeopathy.